key. As we remember things, we need to be nice and we'll exchange them or whatever.
What?
As we remember things like that, we need to play nice and we will exchange them or whatever.
That's what I said. I said I gave you your gun. I please appreciate it if you give me a feedback. I thought I was nice enough.
So,
I mean, I was nice enough.
well, that's part of what. Well, I'd rather just do an email. No, I'd rather just
Well, what was in the email? What was in the email?
I haven't finished the email yet.
Oh.
I started writing some of the email and I was like, fuck it, I'll finish it later.
Oh.
And just, you seem to actually listen.
Stop.
Stop.
Living off the past.
Stop.
We're living off the past.
Okay, because we're not living off the past, we're living off the present.
And the
That's
present
what.
is I don't know how fucking people shut up.
Okay, well, whatever. So let's cover this the easiest way. Okay, a long time ago, there was a pair of sunglasses that were worth $1,200 in today's money, $255 back then, that someone got offended, so they destroyed them. Can you tell me who destroyed those sunglasses?
Well, no, because I don't remember that. I have a question.
That's amazing. Now, wait a minute, because I've got you recorded.
How long ago was it?
I got you recorded admitting you destroyed them, thinking they were Steve Dugan, and then found out they were mine, and hid them in the trash can. Because he said something you didn't like.
And how long ago since he's been dead for like 20 years, 30 years? So what I'm saying is that was 30 years ago. Okay, what I'm saying is you're still dwelling on the past. I can talk about all the shit of mine you destroyed, or the cats you made me dump, or the cats you kidnapped, and no, I've gone through therapy, okay? I'm beginning to know who I am now. I'm beginning to learn how to love myself, and that's what the problem. That's what the problem is. I'm learning how to love myself. I'm learning how to have boundaries, and you're not the only one. You're not the only one who's not liking it. Hillary and Ed are not liking it. They're not liking it at all. I have boundaries, and you're not the only one who's uncomfortable with me finding out who I really am.
It's not that I'm uncomfortable at all. What's going on, and this has been well established by a bunch of your friends as well, is that you had Munchausen syndrome. You refuse to admit it, but there it is.
Munchausen syndrome.
And so what happens then is, like in this particular instance, okay, you gave up on this relationship a long time ago, over a year ago. You decided you want to destroy it by doing what you're doing, whatever.
No, wait, okay, go ahead, and I'll retort.
So now you found a therapist, meeting pattern you've done for all these years.
Okay.
Okay, so nothing's changed from that.
Okay.
And then what happens is that when these friends of yours see through you, the most common term, and it's weird too, because these people don't know that I'm talking to them. Your ex-friends, a bunch of them, and some of them are still your friends apparently, talking about you, saying you're a chameleon. That you will take on the wounded bird syndrome, blah, 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 blah. And I bring this up for the fact of two people that I've talked to recently. One of them I'll tell you about. It's that, you know, what the fuck is her name? The black lady. You were cleaning houses for the black lady. Eva, yes, thank you. Do you know what a Nest camera is?
A Nest camera?
Yeah. That right there is a Ring camera. Okay. He had Nest cameras set up in that house and caught you doing all the shit you were doing. And they were actually going to file charges on you and everything else and whatever. And
then I got the look. I was supposed to be house sitting. I can sleep on the fucking couch if I'm house sitting.
Okay.
And cleaning.
But
okay,
all right. Well, but see, this is what I'm saying about the way you convert the memory to that Tara's never wrong.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly what you just did.
Okay, whatever. All right, they told me to house sit. What do you do when you house sit? You sit down.
You're supposed to house sit and clean. That's what you were supposed to do. Yeah, but you slept for several hours, charged them for it. Blah blah blah.
They told me to go by and check on the house.
Okay, Tara. I'm just telling you what they told me. I'm just telling you what they told me. That's why you had so much problem from Ernest, because he wanted to file charges on you, and the Eva wouldn't let you, and blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Okay. And when she started that, I was like, hey, I don't know anything about any of this. The only thing I know is she fucked up some table, and I came over and fixed it. That's the only thing I know about any of it. And that was the...
I gave up because you gave up. Don't sit there and interrupt me.
I object. No, I'm telling you, I object. I think you're wrong. But go ahead.
Your actions led me to giving up. Because your actions...
Your perception of my actions.
Okay. Accusing me of things I didn't do. Always arguing about every single word I say. Telling me I said something I didn't say. When I played with the phone, when I said it was at 8:13, and I know you're deaf, but bam, I'm standing right there. I said 8:13, and you're looking up stuff. And you said, well, all they have is 8:13. I said, that's what I said. You said, no. You said 8:11. Always arguing with me. Just wanting to start shit with me all the time. Calling me names, telling me I can't do anything right, constantly downgrading me. Oh, and then when you want to complain about me not giving you any, because maybe when you think I did something that I didn't do, you just think I did it. So, this whole string of events, 5 years ago, I promised myself.
That's your first...
Listen,
I'm listening.
5 years ago, I promised myself, if you didn't start treating me with respect, quit living in the past. You've never forgiven me for actions that I've done, but I've forgiven you for actions you've done.
Okay.
I don't sit there, I only bring it up when you throw shit in my face. You throw shit in my face, so I'm going to throw shit in your face. It's tit for tat. It's always tit for tat. You do something to me, I want to do the same thing back to you. I don't want to be that. Listen to this part. I don't want to be that person anymore. I don't want to one up or give back for anything you do. I want peace. I want happiness. I want peace. I want happiness.
I'll tell you what. Okay. And here's where
I want to be by myself.
Here's where every woman in there looked up over their fucking computers
Because
looking
I was
at you.
shocked to see that.
Okay.
And it triggered me. It triggered me because you're always...
Because you're always triggered. Anything I do triggers you.
Gee, that's a statement.
Anything and everything I do triggers you. It doesn't matter if it was intended to do it or not.
I personally...
You just hate
this
me.
is how I perceive it. This is how I perceive it. You put it in there intentionally to trigger me, so I would explode in front of everybody while you're over there being all calm and shit.
Oh yeah, I always do that.
Well,
I see that's your problem. That's the way you see it.
Okay, well that's how I see it, and I'm sorry, but I know people that know you, and this is from a while back, and I'm not going to say who it is, but a while back, when they're just like, damn, why do you fucking stay there? I mean, they can see how you are, and I'm like, well, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
I'm trying to sit out here on the porch and cool down a little bit. I've been thinking over that house. Well, I had one fan going, but it wasn't enough. Yep. It was getting to me. Okay. Huh. Well, maybe that sounds almost like what they think that you did is in that box and bypass their meter to hook up that house or something. I mean, yeah. That's, because that's out of the ordinary. So I wanted to let you know. Yeah, and Yeah, and you know, I've had them do that to me before because they know I know about electricians and, you know, electricity, not that I can bypass the shit if I want to do or whatever, so I've had them do it. Right. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, and the thing is that, you know, I guess it's just generalized distrust of, you know, what's going on in the world today, so here we are. So, last time I talked with Amy, I think it was about 3 days ago, 4 days ago, something like that. She sent me a message. Uh, I don't even remember what it's about. Inconsequence or something. She sent me a message, but hang on just a second.
Do you not have a water?
Yes. Yeah, she sent me a message, inconsequence about something. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't. It's not an important kind of thing, you know. Yeah. A delay in the paperwork. Yeah, I will give her a shout, Ronnie, and see what I can find out from her about this. Know that she's getting a little nervous or something. Right. Yeah. So, and see, that's what I'm saying with her. She's one of those people that is scatterbrained, and so this kind of thing happens with her, and that's what frustrates me about dating her, you know. So, yeah. Well, and what I heard from her like 3 days ago, and like I say, it's inconsequential for us and what we're doing, is that something she's got some new boyfriend, something. You know, she occasionally sends me this message, oh, I found a new boyfriend. I'm like, oh God, you know. But yeah, but we're gonna do a party so we can come out and hang out and blah blah blah. Yeah. Has it been 30 days though? Okay. Yeah, because yeah, well, I know when there's a cloud on the title, that will almost automatically make it 30 days before you see anything. I've run into that before, so yeah, yeah. It throws the crowbar into the whole thing. I don't know about that because when I went through that shit with this the title in this house, because this house, I don't know how they did it either. Around it screwed something up. But when I went through that with this house, it took 45 days for them to finally get anything done. Well, and the thing is, no one had seen or heard anything on the 44th day, and the 45th day, everything got done this all at once. Like I said, I'm out here just trying to cool down and relax. I was in the pool enough that my states, when I cooled down, I made a mistake years ago. I'd come out of the heat, go right in that AC, and boy, that would make you sicker than anything. So, you, oh yeah, you pass out from it. So, you know, I come out of the hot house, I jumped in the pool for a little while, and I was sitting here on the porch, just kind of in the fan, just relaxing a little, and, you know, so, yeah. But, but yeah, I'll give her a shout sometime tonight, and you know, and like I say, it may be hours or tomorrow before she contacts me. So, you know, right. But I'll shout at her and see what's going on with it and everything, and just I'll try to emphasize without being cruel that she needs to fucking be on the ball about talking to you. So, yeah. Well, and I mean, I think what it is, and this is me being the gatepost, I think she's working, and then the boyfriend's on the side, and she, you know, I mean, she's, you know, I mean, I hate to say it, but she just ain't got room for anything but her sister. So I didn't want to freak out if I saw a car I didn't recognize, and, you know, and it be them or something. Because I'm not, what's he driving now? Right. Right. So we're just going to flip a coin, and I'm going to hope that was him when I see it. Yeah, yeah. The color is what I think is what I noticed most of all. Color and two-door four doors, but you know, I'm not on top of that. Right. they say he drives like a four-door Escalade or something like that. Yeah, I don't remember seeing that, but I remember seeing that Escalade looking thing when he got there. Yeah, yeah. It looks like I was going to say it looks white from over here. So. Right, exactly. Uh-oh, yeah. Yeah. Good. Trying to fix the next problem, yeah. I run into cars like that, so yeah. I don't know, yeah. I've been there and done it, multiple times, so yeah. But it ain't nice sometimes, I was going to say he's probably far enough into it now that it's already costing him enough to buy another one. So. I was going to say it's still a coin flip, yeah. Yeah. You've actually got a neighbor that pays attention for his other neighbors, yeah, doesn't it? I try to, man. I tell you, it's a big job sometimes, but yeah, we try to do that for you. So, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I want to get that property line agreement done. I mean, we can both get that notary up there and get that knocked out and all that. So. Yeah, and I've been busy. I've got a, I've always got a nest over here or something to deal with. So, yeah, but I'll give you a shout in the next week or two, and we'll see if we can figure out a time, get in there, and just get that notarized, and I'll go down and get it filed. And once I do, I'll give you a copy of it, and we'll go from there. Yeah. Yep. Well, and I mean, that's the thing, man. And between you and the gatepost, I've got no argument. And I mean, I'm not being derogatory to your kid or anything, or whatever. But the way they were talking about trying to force you to sell that place and everything, it's kind of, man, I can see this being a problem. Being careful. A bunch of attorneys and all that kind of stuff. I still talk to them and all that. And I said something to one of them, and they're like, "Oh, that's no good unless it's filed in county records." And I was like, "Well, shit." And I went and looked online, and there have been some court records or court cases that decided that way. So it's just the safer bet. It's $35. Just get it done, and that way there's no one arguing over it. Going in the yeah. So, yeah. Well, it's no big deal for me and you, but like I say, I don't want anything to come back and bite me in the ass. All righty, man. Well, I'm gonna get off here and see if I can't finish my cold beer and see where we're at from there. All right, sounds good. Yeah, I look up the clock, yeah. Yes, sir. You take care now.
It was not nap on the sofa, but maybe just hang around and say, what am I going to do with TV on? Okay, art. So I'll take responsibility for a misunderstanding. Okay? So the next thing, you don't want to seem to take responsibility for any of this for the past 38 years, and that's my perception. See, go back to the cantaloupe. Maybe did I misunderstand something there? You told me to take a cantaloupe. I took the smaller one. You smarted off about it, and then got mad, wrapped your hands around the throat, and threatened to punch me. because I was trying to show you that I took the smaller one. And then you put air in the bag and tried to fit it in the bowl and all that. So, did I misunderstand? Your hands around my throat, you leaned back like you're going to punch me because I was trying to show you something that you were accusing me of that I didn't do? Was that a misunderstanding?
Was it a misunderstanding when you cried to my mother about me punching you, and then she asked you, and I've got her recorded, by the way, on my computer if you want to.
I'm thinking of another time when you hit me.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Because you were always hitting me anyway, so I figured I might as well get a punch in first.
I'm glad you
because you're always hitting me first. And
Okay.
headbutting me.
Okay.
Throwing me.
Okay. I get
Smacking
it.
me.
I get it.
Because I spoke up. I dared speak up.
I get it.
You said I got out of my place or whatever. I have the
No,
right
I
to
never
speak.
said that.
You said I stepped up in a man's shoes by speaking
Yes, I
up
did
my
say
mind.
that. But see, that's not what I said.
Anyway,
You're
whatever.
trying to
This
play
is 30, 40 years ago.
I know
I'm
that.
talking about the last couple of years.
Okay.
Okay, we were supposed to...
No, stop.
Oh.
Stop. Let's go back if we're gonna cover all this stuff.
Okay.
Okay?
We're going to cover it.
This is a repeated practice pattern of the way you perceive things. Okay? In every one of these instances, you perceive it like in here. Oh, you didn't respect me. You didn't say you loved me. And here's a part of the problem with that,
That's what I
Carol.
said.
What?
I tried to show you attention, get a hug.
Okay, this scared the shit out of me. You know why? Because I don't know how to react with you doing that anymore.
I was always trying to give you a hug. Always. Always. And there was always some excuse. Oh, my back hurts. Oh, this. But then you
I
would
would
say,
tell you, yeah, don't
okay,
squeeze me so hard my back hurts. Yeah.
I go to hug you, you go, no, everything hurts. Okay, wait. But then when I can't give you sex because something hurts or something, you get mad. I'm withholding. I'm using sex as a weapon. You're using emotions as a weapon now. Hey. So anyway.
So that's
your
your perception. Because what happens?
Okay, obviously. Right.
Because what happens around here? Okay, and Scotty would be happy to witness.
I don't give a fuck what he has to
There you
say.
go.
I really don't give a fuck.
You don't care what anybody says. I know.
Honestly, I have grown to the point where somebody
you
can
don't
come
care.
in here and say, I've begun to seriously not give a shit. There's a part of me that still wants to say, what you're saying, but what's the fucking point? Because I can't do anything about it. And I'm learning that not to freak out over things I can't do anything about. You know what the best thing to do when I can't do anything about them?
That's a lie.
Fucking...
What you do in the court today? You blew the fuck up in front of the court. That's what this is all about. Your perception of what you read pissed you off. You blew the fuck up.
It shocked me.
I don't care.
I'm like, what's this?
So
then?
what you
Because
just
I'm
said,
trying to ask you
what
quietly,
you just said was contradictory for what you just said before that.
I said I'm learning. I'm learning to not give a fuck. I didn't say I'm cured overnight. I'm learning. Okay? But I'm going to tell you, when I said, what is this here? Well, how come there's nothing about you? And then you stood there and started getting all weird.
No, that's not what I did.
Like,
See, again, your perception is wrong. That's not what I
of course
said.
it is, because I'm always wrong. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That's right.
You're fucking sucking the energy right out of me, and you're like,
If that's
all the energy.
If that's what you think, there's nothing to do with it. Okay,
You're
because
just calmly
this is
sitting there sucking the energy.
Okay, because this is a repeated pattern we've been going through
Yeah,
throughout our
you suck the
relationship.
energy out of me.
No, that's the way you perceive it, certainly.
Of course, because you don't do anything wrong.
I never said that. You keep
Your
saying that
actions
you're wrong.
say, oh my God.
No, let's go back.
Actions.
Stop. See, you keep trying
Like
to
in the divorce
distract.
thing.
This is called the red herring argument. It's what low IQ people do. You
Well,
keep
that's
trying to
what you're
distract. No, because we need to go back to when you started bringing that shit up in that courtroom, and I told you before we ever walked in there, don't say no about nothing, just accept it.
At the judge. She wasn't the judge. You said at the judge.
That's not what I said, but again, your perception. I said, when we go to that fucking court, don't fucking argue about nothing. I sat right in there and I read out all this stuff has to be there.
Yeah, but you didn't.
I didn't matter.
You didn't specifically say.
That's the problem.
Why?
Because I'm not going to fucking have to get into specifics with this shit. I told you it was in there.
Okay, if you believe you said that, then there's
It's
nothing I
on
can
the
do about
fucking
it.
deal that I did
There's
it.
nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do
It
about
is
it.
on the fucking deal that I did it. It was in that document. I told you not to fucking argue. You did it anyway.
It did not, you did not say, my wife has a mental illness and she shall not destroy my property. All I asked you was, where's the part about the husband not destroying my property like he has in the past? And steal shit out of my car saying it's his when I know it's mine. I mean, where was that? Where I was
See
asking.
what I mean about leaving the past alone?
Well, because you keep bringing it up. You brought it up first. I told you, you bring some shit up, I'm going to bring some shit up. You put the card on the table, I'm going to put the card on the table. Because this double standard bullshit,
We said it last night.
if I had heard you say it, I would have been like, you're not putting that in there.
It has to be in there.
You know I would have said that. You know I would have said, you can't put that in there.
Okay, first of all, I told you it was in there. Second of all, it has to be in there.
You probably said, and neither party will destroy each other's property, because I remember talking about, going over there and messing with shit. You said, neither party will destroy either's junk. That is a far cry from, my wife has a mental illness and she's going to fuck up my shit and she better not. Apples and oranges right there.
Okay, however you want to...
Apples and oranges. That's
however...
cool. White flag, that's cool.
No, you can't. No, you're trying to pull the same shit that bitch did. You're not going to fire a shot across the bow. You're not going to put the card on the table and then expect me to ignore it. Because that's not what I said. Okay? If you choose to accept, if you choose to perceive things that way, that explains the whole of our relationship problems over the years.
That you think everything...
Don't hug me, I'm dirty. I sit right there and it's kind of funny because Colton did it to what's her name the other day when we were over here.
I don't care
Okay. So but the point trying to be is it's trying to be respectful of the fact I'm fucking dirty, don't hug me.
How about when you've been in there all day, not doing anything but sitting at your computer, and I go to give you a hug and you're like I got cooties. Alright, well let's
I don't know, am I playing my game at the time? And I'm like more like, and you perceive it as, I got cooties, and I'm like, fuck, I'm trying to fight this boss, give me a second.
You're out in the living room. You were in there playing a game all day, come out to the living room. And I'm like, anyway, whatever.
Doesn't matter.
So going back to the thing, if you read off anything that remotely resembled, my wife has a mental illness and she's not going to fuck up my shit like she has in the past or whatever, I would have been like, hold the boat. You know I would have. Because you know I would have. If maybe you whispered it, maybe you're like,
no, maybe you chose to ignore it like you constantly do. It doesn't matter.
You're on a vibration level different. Ow! You're on a vibration level different than mine. I'm on a higher vibration. You're on and you even said it yourself, your attitude and meanness or whatever. That's lower vibration. Higher vibration is someone who wants to be good, but is struggling because of
No, that's not
chaos.
That's how you perceive it, but okay. That you're trying to explain some spiritual bullshit.
Yeah, spiritual ascension.
Okay,
yeah, I experienced a spiritual ascension.
Whatever you want to call it.
Okay, I've seen angels. Okay,
whatever.
So the point is,
you and Jerry
I'm trying
need to get
fight
together now.
my
You
own.
and Jerry need to get together now and talk about angels and Bigfoot.
Okay, I'm fighting. Like right now, my soul and spirit is telling me, just whatever, just let it be. But you're throwing shit at me, and I'm trying to catch it, but I'm letting it hit me. So let's just cool out, suck it. What happened? Shit happened. We started destroying each other, and it just kept building like the fucking potato mountain in third dimension, whatever.
The whole point of the email is going to send you. And I've tried to explain repeatedly here, and you keep getting offended and jumping around and doing whatever. Right. Is that a year or more ago, you decided to give up on this relationship. You decided to destroy this relationship.
By defending myself and growing and healing?
Whatever you want to call it.
I started healing?
Whatever you want to call it.
That is exactly what the psychologist...
Yeah,
that's exactly what the psychologist said would happen. That I start healing and growing and having boundaries and knowing my worth, and I know my worth, and everybody gonna get fucking pissed off and start attacking me. Because
But
now I'm not as available.
Now you just admitted it.
You
You
people are gonna
perceive.
start attacking me.
Correct.
Bring
You
me back
perceive.
down.
You perceive my
down.
reaction. You perceive my reaction as an attack. You just admitted that, correct?
Well, let's see. Threatening me.
Stop. We're
Like
talking
I said,
about this
okay.
instance. You
No,
just
no,
said
a year. You're talking about a year ago.
over the last year.
Okay, over the last year.
Correct.
Over the last year.
Correct.
Whenever I
You
started
decided.
to build
No,
up and
stop.
start
Let
getting
me
stronger.
restate. Stop.
Right,
Let me
that's
restate.
Good. That's good. White flag.
A year ago, you decided to destroy this relationship.
I'm not the one who destroyed it. Okay, a year ago I decided
Stop.
to start building myself up, know my worth. If that's just okay, if that's destroying this relationship by me loving myself, healing, building myself up from the inside.
Right, what you define as.
All right, then by God, if me knowing my worth is destroying this relationship, then hell yes. I know my worth. I know I should be loved, not hostile anger towards me all the time. I know my worth now. I know my worth.
Okay.
I
You've
know
said that multiple times.
I love myself now. I cannot allow myself to be abused anymore.
Your perception of abuse.
Hey, oh, fine. Whatever. I cannot allow myself to be abused anymore. Not verbally, not mentally, not physically, not sexually, not any of that. I'm just saying in a general manner. I
Right.
cannot, by anybody. That's why I got rid of Katrinka. She was verbally abusing me. That's why I got rid of Chris Ann, Shannon's sister. She was like, I would offer to help Kristen out. I wasn't doing it to her specifications. Got rid of her. I cut people off on Facebook because they want to cross my boundaries. And I love myself now. I want to be a better person. And I can't do it here. The atmosphere, the environment is hostile. I'm sick. I've got fucking, okay? In my perception, I got GERD now. I got all sorts of fucking health problems now because of my environment. So, okay. I'm sorry if I perceive mental abuse and verbal abuse and all that as toxic. I'm sorry. It's just normal. It's just normal banter. I should accept it. I should accept it. Okay. Well, I can't.
I didn't say any of that.
I can't
You're
accept
creating your own argument. That's common with a manipulator.
The manipulator. Now I'm the manipulator. And that's another thing that's spinning around back on me. Okay.
Sure.
Well,
Sure.
all right. Just, I'm already getting my blood pressure. You've known about my health problems for 2 years now. I've told you about my heart problems, my high blood pressure. I begged you, right in there, I begged you, please stop causing me health problems. Please quit arguing with me. Please quit telling me I said shit I didn't say. Quit accusing me of shit I didn't do. Stop calling me names. Stop being hostile to me. Stop abusing me. I beg, please. I have health problems. They're getting worse. What did you do? You kept on doing it, kept on doing it, kept on doing it. So I ended up in the hospital. You know, the hospital records, they asked me, what's going on? So I told them about my environment, causing me stress. They said I was this close to going into renal failure again. Just like when you and Suzanne were pulling me each way like a puppet.
Notice me and Suzanne were doing
You
that.
blackmailed me into coming here. You said,
No, I
the
didn't.
statute of limitations is up now, so I can go ahead and talk about it. If I didn't pick your team,
No, that's not
you're
what I
going to
said.
turn me in. You have the paperwork right there where Marcus, you and Marcus got together, the Rice County, or whoever the fuck, DA, you said you had a piece of paper ready to press charges on me because Suzanne tricked me and going through the window of that house to unlock the door, me not thinking, oh shit, we're breaking in. Okay? You sat there and said, well, you have a choice. You can, tell Suzanne, fuck off, leave here, and I won't have them press charges. Okay,
That's not what I said.
Won't have press charges, or you stay here and I don't have any choice but to proceed with the, and you're going to go to jail. I said, what about what's going to happen to Buford? You're like, what? I can't help it. Mark's going to press charges on you.
Okay.
We've already talked. You were standing right out there by that tree at the back. I remember very clearly.
Okay.
That's called blackmail, in case you don't know that.
Okay. No.
Tell me I have to do something.
That's the way you. Let's stop back. Let's stop and go 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 back because you've already started this.
Okay.
Let's stop and go back. So the way you perceive this is that you were doing blah 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 whatever. That I forced you to leave there with me, or that I was going to file charges. Okay.
That's what you said.
No, that's not what I said.
Okay. All right.
That becomes the problem right there. See,
that is a problem.
Again, the way you perceive it.
Okay. What do you mean? And what do you mean by it? What do you mean by it?
That's not what I said.
No. What do you mean by it when you said? You know, when you and Suzanne broke into this house?
Yeah, I know. We were talking about you and her breaking in that house because you and her were going to try to fuck me.
No, she was going to try to fuck me.
Oh, no. You were in bed with her doing the whole fucking thing.
She was mentally manipulating me as well.
Look at that fucking camera and tell me. All right, someone planned to murder me after having sex with me by giving me an insulin injection for a $250,000 insurance policy, right?
No, she was talking about
No.
This. No, she was talking.
You manipulate things in the conversation.
What? You know what?
Here's the thing.
Hey, I'm mentally ill. I misperceived what she said. Remember? I'm mentally ill.
There you go. Isn't that what Brian does that same thing?
Well, you know what? It works for you. Anytime I want to say something, oh, you're mentally ill, you know what I'm talking about. I didn't plan on murdering anybody.
Let me ask you again.
That was her idea.
Okay, she's the one that brought up murdering me, and you were okay with it.
No, I didn't take her seriously. I just laughed it off because she's always talking about stupid, crazy shit.
Okay, but you told me about it, didn't you?
Yeah, because I didn't take it seriously.
Okay, now stop. We're trying to establish.
Okay. I told you about it because I thought it was a joke.
We're trying to establish why I said what I said at the fence.
Okay.
We were standing out the fence when we had this conversation.
Well, you also said that she might murder me.
No, let's back up and do this one step at a time. So at this point in time, you admitted to me that Suzanne, it was just...
How do you think you found out about it?
Okay, so now that we've established that up to this point, that's when I told you, it's like, okay, if we're going to play this game, okay, I've got, warrants, everything else about you breaking into that fucking house and stealing this shit. That's when that came up. It wasn't about manipulating you, and you just admitted it 2 minutes ago, and I'd be happy to fucking play the tape back. You told me that she'll murder me next, and I said, yeah, she will. If she is willing to murder me for that fucking insurance policy, you're next.
Then you sprung the paperwork up. Then I was like, she's not going to murder me.
Whatever.
And then you started bringing out the paperwork and saying, well, I didn't want to do this, but you're going to have to...
If you were going to play the fucking game to fuck me over with her, guess what? I can fuck back. That's how that conversation went down. I even told you then and there, and we need to make sure this is clear. I told you then and there, you need to make your choice.
Yeah?
Okay, there you go.
So, here we go. I'm going to say something.
I need to pee.
Well, I'm going to say something. Don't let me forget.
No, hurry up.
All right. That was shortly after I got out of the hospital because both you guys had me so mentally fucked up.
Here comes another excuse.
No, it's not. It's
both
a fact.
Of us.
It's a fact. Both of you guys going back and forth using me as a pawn. And pawn sent me to the hospital. I almost died.
Who?
I almost died.
Okay, who drove their fucking Corvette at 100 miles an hour through fucking red lights to get you to the fucking hospital? It sure the fuck wasn't her, was it?
No, it was you wanting to be the hero. To look good, I guess. Shit. You always want to be the hero. The victim. This is typical narcissistic bullshit right here. Right. Fall over, right here, have a heart attack. Okay, we're going to lower the shit, okay? We can sit here and blame,
you had your say. Now start trying to have my say about it. I gave you the choice then and there because I told you I would never come back for you. I'd abandon you. You're done. If you believe she wouldn't murder you, too fucking bad. I'm done. I give up. I'm done. Remember the letter I sent you back to your door, which said, I give up. I'm done.
And then if I didn't give you sex, I had to get the fuck out now.
That's not what I said.
I can reread it.
We'll bring it up here.
It's in a safe place. It's not there anymore. You think I'm going to leave it here on this property?
That's okay, because I got a safe place called Google Drive where it's saved. I can print it again right now.
Okay, well, that part at the bottom that said you're going to pay money and you're going to do your wifely duties and do sex or whatever, however it's worded in there. However it's worded in there.
No, hang on.
However it's triggering me. Okay, read it out
It's
loud.
printing.
Read it out loud.
It's printing. We're going to sit right here in front of that fucking camera, because here's the thing. I know what's coming. You're going to go on Facebook and, oh my God, my husband, bad things. It's like, hey, here's the video of her.
I'm not going to go on Facebook doing shit.
Okay, here's
And
the
you
video.
better not either.
Here's the video of her 62 days into it. You're going to. 62 days in, guaranteed. And I'm going to print the video like you go up here on the front porch where you said, you made me feel weird because I had to tell the truth. All 3 parts of that video I saved, and it all condenses down to you saying, you made me feel weird because I had to tell the truth.
Made me feel weird.
I'll play the video for you. I'll be
About
happy to.
What?
I'll put it right on there. Oh, well, because I said this derogatory thing before we made the agreement. So you made me feel weird about having to be honest with you, and I should have never been honest with you. Your exact words.
Well, because whenever I'm honest with you, you throw it back in my face.
But you're able to ignore. You're able. Now listen to me really close.
Okay.
You're able to ignore the fact of what you just said. What did you just say? I'm twisting it where you have to tell the truth, and that's bad.
No.
What did you just say? Help me out.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm afraid to tell the truth.
That's not what you just said. That's not what you just said. That's not what you just said.
Make me feel bad.
You
about
just
telling
said.
the truth.
You just said. You made me feel weird about telling the truth, and I shouldn't.
I shouldn't feel weird about telling the truth.
You just said.
Okay, whatever. You know what?
I've got it on video.
What I'm trying to convey is, and it's hard for me to convey shit when my hippocampus is so fucked up from abuse.
Mm-hmm. Munchausen syndrome again. We're back to that.
No. Okay, talk to my psychologist.
Hey, here's the thing. I really my practice charges against whoever your psychologist is for feeding you this bullshit.
What I'm trying to tell you is this is what
I'm
happened.
trying to tell you.
No, let me talk.
No,
You're
I
always
need to go get
interrupting me.
I need to go get the fucking thing printed and grab a beer. The thing I just printed where you swore it said, do my wifely duties and give me a bunch of sex and blah, blah, blah. That's in that fucking letter that ain't there. Okay?
Okay.
No, it's not in there. You perceive it. Again, we're back to rule 1.
Well,
You perceive it to say that, even though it doesn't say it.
Go get it.
I'm getting ready to. I told you I'm going to go get it and give a fucking beer.
And
you're going to sit, and then you're going to sit, then you're going to sit right there on that fucking camera and try to find where it says that, because it never says it.
Did you delete it?
I didn't change jack shit. And matter of fact, you want to play fucking games about that, I'll put you on that fucking camera and go get your original, which is a safe place that is not on this property and no one can fuck with it. You can go get that and bring it up here and we'll compare the two. Because they're exactly the fucking same. I'm not the goddamn liar here. And I'm tired of you.
Get your beer so I can sit here and try to calm down. Now you got me all
No, I'm going to
up.
get the fucking paper and hand it to you, and while I'm making my beer, you can find where it says, you must do your wifely duties and give me sex and suck my dick and let me fuck you in the
I didn't
whatever.
say all that.
Okay, well, we'll replay the camera to find out exactly what you said, but you're going to have to find it in this document and read it verbatim.
Then we're going to go over.
Then you're going to read it verbatim.
About telling you about the
Then you're going to read it verbatim.
Okay.
Where it says in that document you have to do all these wifely duties.
Okay. Because it ties right into what you
Okay,
said right
whatever.
above it.
This, for the sake of the camera, is the original unaltered document from my computer that's also copied on Google, which someone can't tamper with. When you talk about, it's in a safe place that no one can mess with. Yeah, I know. A minute before we figure it out. You need a water while I'm away?
Sure, thanks. Don't open it. Well, I'm going to have to go get that copy and bring it back because it's different from this.
No, it's not.
I'll find out tomorrow. Thank you. I will find out tomorrow when I go get it and bring it back.
It's not different. But show me in there where it says it while we're still on camera.
No, I'm going to go get the one that you actually left on my door.
I know that's the exact copy of it. And we will sit down in front of these cameras when you bring it here, and we will compare it word for word all the way through, and then you will have to admit, on that camera, it's not altered at all. That it is again, and we go back to this same argument, the way you perceive the information is not how it's actually presented. We're not missing a page because right at the bottom,
Quit grabbing things out of my hand.
because right at the fucking bottom it says page 1 of what? Count the pages. Okay? Count the pages. I do that in every legal document for a reason. So tell me again where it says you must perform all this.
On this one?
Answer again. I didn't hear you.
Are you going to interrupt me while I'm reading?
You've been reading it for how long?
Your lips have been flapping for how long?
I've been making a beer. Don't fucking blow smoke up my ass on that camera too.
Well, do you want me to speed read? Because I don't speed read like you do. I read slowly.
I know.
So if you can give me a minute to read.
Sure.
See, and you did not send me a text, or if you did, you didn't hit send, because I never received it. I looked. It went to La La Land. Because it said specifically that I will be paying blah 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 each month on time or whatever. Then right
Find the thing about the sex while I find the text. Goddamn document right now in front of that fucking camera.
On this one. Now, when I go back into town and get the other letter, and it's on there, then what you gonna say?
You will get the other letter, you will photocopy it, leave it in a safe place, and bring it up here and we'll compare it.
Okay.
Okay, because one of the things I can do right now on that letter you're talking about is screenshot what's called the properties window. Okay, and that property window is going to show last time the document was edited or changed, and it's going to be the same date that I wrote it. You see your little fucking guy out here, fighting me over the time switcher transmission, has already claimed, oh, I never sent him that document. It's kind of like, okay, that page says that I did. You're a liar.
Well, I didn't receive any kind of text.
Okay, we're still trying to talk about you finding in there where it says you must perform sexual favor, whatever.
Yeah, I do physical work. I'm on mental disability. I'm on mental disability. You even said I got a mental problem, so how's that fraud? How's that fraud? I'm on mental disability.
What the fraud is, Tara, is that I've got it documented. You're over here working for people, even though your mental disability says the same thing as my physical disability, that you can't work.
I could earn $795 per month, and that's all I get.
Sure. And if your people want to go to court and testify to that, then we'll talk about, let's see, Matthew 7:13, I believe it is, since you're all good Christians. And you'll find out at the white throne of judgment.
Which is only $5 more than I should. So
Oh my
they're gonna fraud me for $5?
Yes, they will.
For $5?
Yes, they
I'll
will.
give them their $5.
Okay, well, that's not the point of fraud. Notice how you try to divide, to split the hair there? This is all for the camera.
Okay, no, $5. I'll give them their $5. I'll give them their $5.
Hey, man, I'm glad we could come to that.
$5.
I'm glad we could come to that and figure out your line. So. All right, delivered. Here it is. Let's see.
When was it?
I'm trying to find the date. So 9:06 p.m. I'm just going back a little bit.
I was going back to your mother. She had a lot of things to say about you.
Okay, let's just stick to the point of you're supposed to be finding in there where it says you must perform this for camera. Hello, by the camera. Here it is. Look real close. Hopefully that focused. Let's see. I do not tolerate that shit. I'm sick and fucking tired of that shit. If you can't handle your fucking job, we need to have a long fucking discussion.
Let me see.
The blue is me sending to you, and you can see it's blue, so it received.
When was this?
It doesn't matter. Look.
I need to see. Don't be grabbing me.
Don't touch my fucking phone screen.
You're
not going to change. Yeah, you just read for it.
You know what? Did I touch it?
No. I will scroll it around. Do you see? Read that out loud for me so we can know on the camera. Read that text message right there out loud for me.
This one?
The one that's highlighted I keep pointing to.
I don't tolerate that shit. I'm sick of that fucking shit.
Speak up.
I don't tolerate that shit. I'm sick of that fucking job. We need to have a long discussion. Well, that's a
Stop.
separate,
Wait.
Wait. I never received that one.
It says you did.
It's in a separate.
It says you did.
Box. Well, they didn't know my phone.
Okay, it's you asked where the text message was. You just read it in front of the camera. There you go. So again, your perception was you didn't ever receive it.
Well, it didn't show up on my phone.
Okay, well, this says right here you received it because I've got it turned on now. See, it says delivered.
Okay.
Now we're looking for the deal in there that you say exists. It doesn't. So again, we're coming back to Tara lying.
No, not lying.
Your perception of events is not accurate. You said that I didn't tell you we need to talk, and I did. You chose to ignore it because you don't give it.
It probably didn't come through. I didn't see
it says delivered.
Okay, that's because it came in later after I already read everything else, and it came in later, and then I fucking scrolled through and I responded. Did I not respond? I responded, but that last one came in after I already responded, and I simply didn't see it. That's different from lying.
Okay. At 9:06 p.m., hang on, let me read this for the camera so we're very clear. So you didn't read it very loudly. I want to make sure the camera can hear it. I wrote, I do not tolerate that fucking shit. I'm sick of that fucking shit. I can't handle your fucking job. We need to have a long discussion. That was delivered at 9:06 p.m. You responded back at 9:06 p.m. See right here, 9:06 p.m. You responded back. I don't even remember. I don't live there anymore. I don't talk much of such type people. It's only advice I take from doctors.
At the upper shit. The separate box shit.
Okay. But
they're in separate boxes. I read the other ones that came up here.
And ignored the other one.
No, I didn't see it. It didn't come through yet. It may be fucking later.
It says delivered 9:06 p.m.
Well, not on my end.
Okay, well, I can't help it.
Well, I can't help
Technology
it
don't lie.
I can't help it either. Technology fucks up. Technology fucks up.
I'm still waiting for you to find them. Yeah, I know. I know. Tara's perception of the facts.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. There's a reality.
You know
and
what?
then there's
I
your
let you
perception.
bait me, and I just walked right into it. I walked right into it like a dumb ass. You fucking set it up. You won! Woo! Gold star for you. You baited me at work.
Yep.
Okay.
I have nothing else but to do. What I wanted to, and
No,
I want
I
to
know
say
what
this.
you're doing.
I want to say. I
No,
want to say
tell me.
this. I want to say this to the
I know
camera.
what you're-
I want a clean conscience when this is all said and done. I want a clean conscience. That's what I want. I tried to tell you,
You want
not
to be
to
the
make.
victim!
I tried to tell you not to make these mistakes.
You want to be the victim.
I do not.
Okay.
I want to be the person that stands up and says, I really tried. I failed.
You really tried by physically, verbally, and mentally abusing me.
We're not
Holy
supposed to
shit!
bring up the past.
Woo!
We're not
You're
supposed
the
to bring
winner.
up.
But
We're not
you
supposed to bring
do.
up the past.
You do.
All right, so
You
we'll
were
get.
talking about this past year. You still been mentally abusing me. Like
Okay,
back
hang
there
on,
when you
stop.
shoved me for no fucking reason. I'm just standing there. I'm just standing there, and you come up and you shove me for no fucking reason. And then I'm like, why'd you do that? You're like, you attacked me. You were over there. I was over here standing there. And you try to say I attacked you. How I attacked you? I'm standing there like this.
I have no clue what you're talking about. The only
Oh,
thing
I
I
remember
remember,
very well.
the only thing I remember back there is being really fucking pissed off at you. I said, don't, the moment you push that fucking sheetrock out and knock a goddamn hole in the wall.
I was 45 feet from that side of the table, standing there waiting on directions.
Bullshit. I didn't even have it behind there. Like, you know what? I'll tear that fucking wall out and take a picture of it where it says Tara, poke a hole in this wall. Okay, what I'm trying to tell you is the only thing I fucking remember is you poking a hole in that fucking wall. So I got tired of you. I got tired of you fucking shit up.
Separate occasions.
Okay,
That happened long
fine.
before
Okay,
that.
fine.
Long before
Fine. We're still waiting on you to find in there where it says you
Well,
must perform your sexual duties.
that. Okay, well, one of these days you'll let me read.
Well, like we said, you're a slow reader.
Well, the one that I read that I have to go get, so we'll just have to leave this in limbo. This one right here does not state what I read on that piece of paper. Of course, I can call and have them take a picture of it. And
Actually, do it. Yes, do it right now so we can do it on camera.
what time is it?
Sun's still up. 7 o'clock. More than early enough. Have them read through that. But no, you're not moving from here. I don't want any gray area shit here. Okay, you swore that said, and we need to make sure it's on camera.
Okay. All right, on camera. Oh, it's camera right here. On camera, this document here in my hands does not state it.
And tomorrow, when you
And
come...
tomorrow, I'm going to pick up the actual document that was
The
stapled
original
to my...
copy.
The original copy of the Dear Jane letter that was put on, what do you call it, stapled to my door.
And you're going to swear it says the things that you think.
I'm
about
going to read it.
sexual-
I'm going to stand here and read it.
Okay.
I'm going to stand here and read it.
Now just please stand there and hush up for a minute, and I'll deal with Colton. We have guests. Dirty laundry. Please sit down.
I need to go. 7 o'clock. I got to get up 4 in the morning. I got appointment stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Where you want this one? Hey, Colton.
I guess I'll go this way then.
That's what I said when you got this. What's up, man? You were a Greek and you're bearing gifts.
found it. I found it. I found it. I found it. You will take your personal shit, your car, and both your RVs and get the fuck out by January 1st of this year. However, the moment you don't pay a dime less than what you've been paying or give me any indication you've rediscovered your sex life, okay, so in other words, if I haven't rediscovered my sex life, then I got to be out sooner. Rediscovered your sex life or stop doing what you are supposed to do around here. You are gone that day. So rediscover my sex life, in my mind, would indicate I got to give up sex or I got to get the fuck out that day. Right here. What? What the fuck happened to the water? Got me so fucking wound up, I lost the fucking water. Did I drink it? My fucking hippocampus is all fucked up. Sound like that?
Like I said, we'll read it verbatim, the whole paragraph. We're
All
not
right,
going to do a Christian
the whole
thing.
paragraph.
We're not going to do
The
a
whole
Christian
paragraph.
thing.
I'm going to read it again. I already read it to
Now
the motherfucker once.
You're going to wait for me to lay this money down.
I don't know where my fucking water went. I guess I drank it. I drank 2 fucking waters. I guess I drank all the water. Alright. You will take your personal shit, your car, and both your RVs and get the fuck out by January 1st of this year. However, the moment that you don't pay a dime less than what you have been paying, or you give me any indication you've rediscovered your sex life, or stop doing when you said, or give me any indication you've rediscovered your sex life.
I know exactly.
Explain. Can I get a water? I'm going to choke to death. Now that I've read it. Choke to death.
Alright, we'll make sure the camera resets.
Announce myself to the camera. Entering the bait and trauma response session. Thank you. Okay. Explain what you meant, then.
I don't have to explain. It's self-explanatory to anybody who has comprehensive understanding.
Yeah, that you want sex. You said the
No.
moment.
No, that's not what it says.
Here, let me read it again.
Okay, yeah, let's read it again, but let's break it down.
Oh, break it down.
Yeah, break it down like
the
this.
whole thing was about sex. Now we're going to break
Okay,
it
but
down.
we're going to use commas and periods and all this fun stuff. So start again.
You will take your personal shit, comma, your car, and both your RVs and get the fuck out by January 1st of this year, period.
Okay, stop. What does that tell you? I want you out of here by January 1st, right?
Right.
So that has nothing to do with the next sentence, per se.
However, what does however mean? However, what does however mean?
In the alternative, it's a legal term for it.
However,
In the alternative,
the moment The moment you don't pay a dime less than what you've been paying,
Stop.
comma.
Stop. Right there. The moment you don't pay your rent.
Okay, comma.
Hang on, stop. So we agree that says the moment you don't pay your rent.
Right.
Okay. What's the next part?
Or give me any indication you rediscovered. Well, I perceived
Stop.
it as, well,
That's what we're talking about.
I perceived it as
I demanded sex.
Because of the previous conversation.
You perceived it incorrectly that I was demanding sex.
All these other
No,
pages.
look at that camera and tell it.
Okay.
You perceived it as me thinking.
Okay, hold on. This sentence here. However, the moment you don't pay a dime less than what you've been paying, or give me any indication you've rediscovered your sex life, or stop doing what you're supposed to be doing around here, you're gone that day. So by saying, or give me any indication you've rediscovered your sex life, I perceive that as rediscovering you want to hump me. Okay, that's how I perceived it.
Okay.
My bad.
Yeah,
My bad.
It is your bad because,
Okay.
again, and this is the conversation of everything we've been having today. Look at me. Everything we've discussed today is held in that one sentence. I know you did. That's the whole point.
Because my brain doesn't work because my hippocampus is
I
not
know
working
that.
because of abuse.
That's not...
Yeah, ask my psychologist.
Okay, I don't
The
have to. You
hippocampus
just stated it.
the
You just stated it.
hippocampus
You
gets-
just. I know exactly what the hippocampus is.
Yeah.
It's the monkey brain. I know all about the monkey brain. Me
When
and
it's
Brian
damaged by abuse.
have had long conversations about the monkey brain and the hippocampus. I know exactly what it is and know how it functions.
Okay?
Okay, so we know about the monkey brain, the monkey brain drive, etc., etc., etc. Okay, your problem is, and the conversation we've been having on that camera for hours now
Is that I've been trauma
has been.
responding.
Let me finish speaking.
Okay.
It has been that you perceive things incorrectly from what the actual reality is, and that's been our problem from the very fucking beginning.
And you take advantage of it.
I don't take advantage of it. I keep trying to tell you it says in that letter, it says in that fucking email. I keep trying to help you and tell you stop. Don't do this. Quit fucking refusing to have sex with me because this is the outcome. And you had openly admitted in that letter, on that fucking camera, and in the fucking deal, that because of my health, it's right here in the fucking text message, because of my health, I'm not going to have sex with you anymore. That's called a sexless marriage. It is the number one reason. It is the number one reason for divorce in America. It's okay. You think. Okay. Whatever.
I'm trying to explain to you something.
Okay.
I'm trying to explain to you something.
You're trying to ignore what we just talked about.
No, it's a domino effect. It's the catch-22. The hippocampus is damaged because of physical, mental, and verbal abuse. Okay? I didn't ask for my hippocampus. I didn't ask for my hippocampus to be damaged to where I forget things, misperceive things, and my brains are scrambled due to brainwashing. Okay? I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for that.
Modern viewpoints upon sexual identity and blah, 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 blah. It basically, and these people are doing what Paul. Do you know who Paul is from the Bible?
Tell me who Paul is from the Bible.
I'd be happy to tell you about Paul. Paul went to the Greek, one of the biggest Greek cities out there and said, we women need to say abstinence and not have sex with your husband. And 300 women said, yes, we don't want to fuck him no more. We're tired of being fucked. They threw Paul in prison and tortured him until he said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. And he left town. It has been a very popular myth that women involved in a relationship, because one of the means, if you look it up in Texas law, it's in every law book dating back past Rome, okay? One of the main things involved in a relationship between a man and a woman is what? Sex.
But you can't honestly expect someone to want to have sex with you when you're fucking abusing them.
You perceive it as abuse.
I'm trying to tell you, okay?
Okay, you're the one claiming you're perfect.
No, I'm not.
Okay, well, now you're admitting. Now you're admitting your perception.
A lot of shit.
Now you're admitting your perception is off. Right?
I guess on that.
Okay, well, not just
Not
that.
on the cantaloupe. I know it was a cantaloupe.
Okay.
All right, what about in here? What about in here when I'm standing there waiting on instructions, and you try to start getting mad about some fucking tools or something. You can't find a tool, and I didn't fucking touch it, and you come over and fucking shove me. I'm like, what the fuck? You're like, you attacked me, and I'm like, I'm standing 5 feet away from you and standing here. I mean, what? Okay, so I'm just saying. So how did I perceive that as not?
I have absolutely no memory of that.
Well,
so,
I'm sorry you don't remember that.
I am
That's
too.
Convenient. So,
and it is obviously very
what about
convenient.
all the times you accuse me of shit?
Okay, let's wait.
Of taking shit or
last 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was quite recent. This was.
Okay, what they do is try to distract. We're not going to argue about the black bag in the water. We're going to say, oh, I was in the hospital for renal failure because you're trying to distract.
No, I have ADHD, and you fucking know that. You fucking know I have ADHD.
Okay, so you admit you have mental problems.
Oh, everybody fucking knows that, but I'm not a dumbass.
Okay.
You sit there and accuse
You're trying
me.
to distract.
All right, you know what? All right, I'm having trauma response right now. We're going to step back for a minute. I am logical enough to know exactly what's happening here. It's the fucking bait and trauma response scenario. So I'm just going to sit here a minute, drink my water for a minute. You're going to give me a copy of that fucking tape. I want a copy of all of that.
No problem.
All of it. Copy it. Send it to me. Email.
I can't. It won't fit. I guarantee you. The videos are way too large. So what
all right. The black bag that I did not take. You're the one who took the black bag off and shoved it under the chair.
No, I didn't.
I can do stuff just like you.
Mm-hmm.
You say that you can't do stuff, but some days you pick up.
So go back and read that letter now that you brought that up. I'm so glad you did.
Yeah.
Go back and read that letter that you're out working for over a year now, not here doing the things you need to be doing here to support your wifely role here at this house.
When I have been here, I was here.
The argument.
Days, and I said, "Are we going to get shit done back here?"
The argument.
Don't say I didn't ask. I said, "We going to get shit done back here?" I'm constantly, yeah. When
You're
I'm
trying to distract.
But no, you're sitting there telling me that I'm not doing stuff
You
right
just
here.
said.
I'm offered.
You just said here on this camera, thankfully. You just said that the reason you can't do things here is because you work so much everywhere else. My complaint is that letter, and over a year now, that because of doing all the work everywhere else, you can't do things here.
No, that's not what I said.
That's exactly what you said.
Just now?
Just now.
No.
Okay, tell me. No, stop. You just said you couldn't pick up that black day because why?
Because some days I have good days and some days I have bad days.
And how does that happen?
Because I just wake the fuck up.
Because you're out working every single
what
fucking
about when
day.
I was laid up in
I have you on video every single fucking day for over a year. That's why that fucking camera's out there on the end of the porch or the end of the driveway. You leave early in the morning. You're out working 8 to 10 hours a day working.
No. I'm going to several places.
Okay.
Several places.
Okay.
Doctor's appointments.
Physical therapy.
And working 3 or 4. Working 3 or 4 hours tops. And in that span of time, I got to take breaks. So sometimes it expands to 5 hours, and sometimes I'm sitting there talking to Barbara.
Okay.
I'm sitting there talking to Barbara.
You're distracting again. What's physical therapy and what's its intention? It's medically documented. It doesn't matter what you study.
Physical therapy is to strengthen.
How do they do that?
You get up off your ass and use the machines.
Repeated long-term exercise.
So I'm on mental disability.
Oh, now it's mental disability, and that's why you couldn't pick up the water thing.
That day I couldn't.
Okay? And this is a repeated pattern. It says in that letter, the repeated pattern is for over a year, you have left this house. Notice, I didn't say what you're doing. I said you left
working.
this. That's right, working. Because
because
you leave here to work. That's what you tell me. You leave here to work.
And run errands.
You leave here to work.
And run errands.
For 8 to 10 hours a day.
And go to appointments.
Okay,
you
I don't
asked
care.
me that one day. You said, "Where'd you go?" And I told you. I went to whatever. I went to physical therapy, then I went to da-da-da, and then I went to gas.
And you're walking around the store, and you're getting gas, and you're doing this, and you're doing that, and you're moving couches. Okay, that's what you said. And because you work so much and so hard for everybody else, okay, you can't do the things here you're supposed to be doing.
That's how you perceive it.
That's right. That's exactly how I perceive it.
I have offered when I was here, when I've been here, when I didn't have anywhere to go for like a week, and I said, we're going to work in the back, we're going to, let's do this, let's do that, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that.
Right.
I offered.
Okay, right.
So
it's just like you offered, it's just like you offered sex when you told me, I haven't had a shower in 3 weeks, and I've got explosive diarrhea, but I'll try to spruce myself up. That's on video too, by the way. When you said that, I made sure.
How about all the times when I've offered you?
No,
said,
stop.
My back hurts. No,
okay, no, stop. Let's back up. Let's back up. The convenient thing, and this is something else I noticed, and Scotty actually is the one that mentioned this, and yeah, you can bring it up to him if you'd like. I don't fucking care. He says, he goes, I noticed that every day that you're out working real hard and everything, little gruesome faces of my body odor or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, no, you don't realize you're doing it, so it doesn't matter.
Well, whatever. All right.
Yeah,
any
whatever.
other points you want to bring up? Because it's getting, I got to get up early.
This whole thing is, and what it's about, you need to listen very closely.
Okay, all right, what it's about. What it's about.
So we've proven, okay, so far up to this point that everything I said about that letter and all your perceptions about everything, okay, is generalized correct. Right? Did the letter say something different than what you perceived it wrong?
I perceived it that if I, however, didn't suddenly get the sex life back or whatever.
Okay.
Where is it? Hold on. Or give me any indication you've rediscovered your sex life.
You're out of here.
You didn't say.
Before that, the reason we're getting divorced is because you haven't had sex with me. As a matter of fact, right at the beginning it says, and I'll be happy to quote this to the camera, although it's documented very well, January or June 21st marks the 6-month anniversary of us not having sex.
And so, let me ask you this question.
Hang on, stop. Let's not distract, because what we're talking about here is you rediscovering your sex life.
Mm-hmm.
If you rediscover your sex life and it ain't me getting laid, you're out of here. That's exactly what it says. Okay? Because we're still supposed to be married up to the point of that letter. Today changed because today we're getting divorced.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So this
but
is
up to that point,
this is
no, it's not. Because we never have got to the point I'm trying to make through this whole conversation, because I keep trying to ask you a question and you keep splitting hairs, just like I said in that letter you'll do.
Ask the question again. What's the question?
No, let's go through this. To avoid the whole key issue.
No, it's called I have ADHD.
That's right.
And
it says in there that you keep using these mental disorders as a reason that all these bad things happen.
It's a fucking fact.
There you go.
Psychologists and doctors and shit.
There you go. So the reason that we're having a divorce because you have major mental problems, right? Yes or no?
Oh, no.
No, that's what you just said.
No, that's not what I said.
Okay, then
that's not I didn't say the reason for our divorce.
Okay,
the reason for our divorce is you don't have the empathy to deal with my mental disorder.
That's not what you just said.
You don't have the. You're putting words into my mouth. I'm not going to let it happen. Thank you.
Okay.
You
the
do not have the empathy or the patience to properly address me with respect and have empathy for my ADHD and my anxiety that's caused by all this stress, or hostile towards me, or hateful towards me.
Let's define this down now.
And
what you said,
anxiety and
what you
fusses
just
up
said,
my brain even more.
What you just said, and it's all on video. It'll be very clear for everybody who watches it. There you go.
Well, why is anybody going to be watching? You're not airing our business. Why do you need this?
Because on the 62nd day, you're going to start airing our shit on there. On Facebook. I guarantee you will.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you will.
You want
whatever.
$100.
Okay, whatever.
$100.
So listen to me.
$100. You can stay the fuck on there.
Listen to me.
$100.
That's right, because you're smart enough to know to make third-party accounts, fourth-party accounts, and block me from seeing different content. Yeah, I know this because I did have a second account on your little account for a while back when I was on Facebook. Okay, and I would log into my normal account, and I was like, I don't see that. So I'd turn right. You know, I got all those computers lined up there. You see, I'd turn right, and I'd log in, because you didn't even know that that was me on that little unnamed account there, and be like, well, she's saying this, and it sure doesn't show up where I can see it. You intentionally blocked me from certain posts on there, and that's why I did it. Right. So my little spies called you out. So now let's go back to it. What you repeatedly keep saying is, all of these problems in our relationship are caused by your mental problems. Yes or no? You have ADHD, is that correct?
Yeah.
You have OCD, is that correct? What else do you have?
Anxiety.
Anxiety. You had trichotillomania mania for a while.
Still have it.
Okay, so you got that going. You have all these mental problems, right? Okay, so, and I just want to make sure we're clear about this. You've got all these mental problems that has caused all these problems in a relationship because I don't know how to deal with it. Is that what you just said?
You don't know how to deal with them.
I don't know how to deal with your mental problems causing problems in our relationship. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Okay. So today, when you blew up in court, because the court document says it is a known thing.
You should have told me about it. You should have told me.
No, I shouldn't have, because you just sat here and admitted I should know how to deal with it. I obviously know about it. You know about it. Everybody fucking knows about it.
I didn't expect it to be in
now,
there.
okay, but now you're mad because it was in the fucking divorce document.
Because you didn't. It shocked me. It triggered me.
You
I
get
said,
triggered a lot.
Where's yours?
Yeah,
Where's your thing?
You get triggered a lot. I understand
that.
that.
I'm saying that where was yours in there? You've destroyed my shit. You have
Okay.
mental problems?
Okay. Have I ever been diagnosed with mental problems? Help me out.
You haven't gone to be diagnosed.
Oh, no.
There's a
Help me out.
difference.
No, help me out.
There's a difference.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
okay.
help me out.
If I'd never gone to MHMR, I'd have never been diagnosed. So what was the name you used to spy on me on my other account?
I'm not going to tell you.
Then I'm just going to delete everybody I don't know.
Good. That worked. Because what you just admitted just now is you are going to do exactly what I said you're going to do and violate our little agreement.
No,
and start posting.
I didn't say that.
Then why do you have to hide? Why do you have to hide what you're going to do? Everything I just said, you just confirmed. Again, on camera.
What? I'm not going to air our dirty laundry. That's different from posting about other shit that you may perceive. All right, ask you this.
Okay.
If you went on there and saw all of the posts that I post regarding narcissistic abuse and abuse towards people, you're going to get bent out of shape because you've done it before. You've done it before when I posted about narcissistic people and dealing with narcissistic people, and you got all pissed off about it. Did I mention your name? No, but you perceived that it was about you. It might have just been in general.
Because you never do that. What you say instead is, everybody knows how unhappy I am in my relationship. It's called Munchausen syndrome, I know. I mean, and here's the thing, it's kind of funny. Some of the people who have actually said that about you to me, okay, are highly educated people. Well, yeah.
Fucking glad.
Okay.
Munchausen is when you pretend to be hurt when you're not.
Okay, right.
Well, how am I going to pretend to be hurt when I am?
All right, so this is a complex answer here, okay? And the way it works is you perceive, just like you perceive that to say I demanded sex, which you were wrong, right? You perceive that to say I was demanding sex from you when I was not, so you were wrong. So you perceive it incorrectly, you act on that misperception through your ADHD and all these other mental problems you have, okay? It becomes corrosive to our relationship. So again, we go back to, you have knowingly, willingly, intentionally went down this fucking path of misperception, and when given the opportunity from your fucking doctor, because you made sure and searched the doctor, you made sure to search the doctor who would confirm.
No, they signed it. You don't understand HMO.
Oh, no, I don't.
They assign a doctor.
No,
I told them,
know.
give me a psychologist
No.
that's in network.
I-
The nitty gritty, because I really need to like eat and take shower and get ready to go.
What's going to happen here
What's
is
going to happen on the 60 whatever? Do I have to say a fucking thing? Do I really have to say? I thought he was just going to ask, he or she or whoever was going to ask.
No, he's going to trick you. I've been trying to fucking explain this to you.
What's the trick? Tell me the trick.
Oh, Miss Wallace, you got mental disorders, is that correct?
Yep. Oh, then what am I supposed to say? You put it in the paperwork that I've got mental disorders. Tell me what to say. Write it down. Tell me exactly what to say.
Because then you're going to turn around and tell the court clerk, just like you popped off up there, very loudly when everyone looked over their deals, just ordered me to do what you always do because you're a control freak. Swear you did not say, and they've got a camera too, by the way. Swear right now, in the name of God, you did not say that. That I'm a control freak is what you said.
Okay, well. So on the, what the fuck is the judge going to say? Hurry up.
Swear under the name of God right now. Did you or did you not say you are a narcissistic control freak and always tell me what to do?
I honestly don't remember exactly those words, but
something
talking. Along those lines.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell you. Don't sit there and say we're done. You let me finish.
No, we're done.
Along those lines, yes, something along those lines.
You called me a narcissistic.
I don't remember saying.
Okay, what do you say? What do you think?
I thought I said narcissist.
Control freak.
Well.
And to always tell me what to do.
If that's what you heard, then that's what
Did you say or not say you're always telling me what to do?
Sure, that's what I said. Sure.
And in your own mind, you're denying it. You're just like Brian.
No, I'm telling you, I don't remember exactly what I said, but something along those lines.
You basically said that it's always trauma with you anytime I do anything.
So, what am I supposed to do on the 61st
So again,
day?
we're back to the point of, did you or did you not say, essentially, I'm a control freak, me being a control freak, and always telling you what to do?
Yes, essentially, yes.
I'm glad we could get that finally drug out of you.
Well, use the correct words, I guess.
All right.
So on the 60 whatever
okay,
day,
so
we go in there. I walk in.
So I want you to agree right now that what I'm getting ready to say is necessary to effect this divorce and end our relationship.
Okay, what I say.
Do you agree?
I agree that what I say will affect I say or what you say. What I say or what you say.
You agree.
I agree.
At this point in time.
At this point in time. I agree at this point in time.
That what I'm telling you is necessity.
That what?
Is saying.
What he is saying is necessity.
And he is not being.
He's not being a control freak.
Good. Now that we can clear that up.
All right.
Absolutely everything you're going to say in this thing. Okay? Because the judge will try to trick you. Depending on which one of those three judges it is, I read their names. I know one of them really well.
Just side note, I'll get stuck.
No, you need to understand who these people are.
Okay.
That one fucking guy, we stood outside the fucking courtroom over there in Denton County, and he finally said, well, I'll have to admit, you know the law better than I am, and walk off.
If we keep bickering, wouldn't they go approve?
No. The moment we argue about the color of your pubic hair, they will say no. The moment you admit, I'm a mental patient and I need someone else to represent me.
Okay, then tell me what to say.
What you're going to have to say through the whole thing is, okay, basically when he asks you about the mental problems, and he may, I don't know. The problem is you're trying to project on the judge that's an asshole. Okay?
Actually, right now, since I haven't seen a doctor in like a doctor,
shut up.
This is a psychologist.
Okay. And that's another fucking problem altogether. But that's totally irrelevant to what you said.
So, but it doesn't
affect my decision in this case. Correct. I agree with this divorce and everything.
I agree with this divorce.
I don't disagree with anything.
I don't disagree with anything.
Yeah. Well, your husband said here, you're a fucking mental case and you're destroying all this shit. It's like, well, I'm getting better. don't care. You're trying to split hairs again.
Okay, so just, I'm in the process of getting better. With my hands all folded. Pretend you're the judge, okay?
I'm trying to think of the things you're going to say. I can't think of all of them, Tara.
Well, what?
I don't deal with divorces a lot. He's going to do everything he can to try to make you admit there's an argument between us about anything. That you're a fucking whore and you've been out whoring around.
And that is incorrect.
No.
Well, then tell me what state.
That's why I keep going through this.
Well, then answer the thing.
Well, Judge, that's, it's irreconcilable differences, Judge.
Oh, it's irreconcilable differences.
We just can't get along no more.
Can I say we don't see eye to eye? We don't speak the same language?
We don't get along with them.
We don't speak the same language?
Whatever.
Can I say that?
Whatever.
I already forgot. It's irreconcilable differences. We just
Don't
speak
get along
the
no
same
more.
language.
There's no hope for us no more.
No hope. We will never learn the same language.
There we go.
Focus.
I'm not arguing. And here's another thing to remember. Anytime he asks you a question you think is trickery, and that's one I don't know what to tell you because I don't know what he's going to ask. Okay, but you need to listen to this. Anytime he asks you something you think may be trickery, just say to your friend to make $800 off of representing you. That's why. If he can find a way to say no to that case, he can force you to go hire Fred Eubanks, which is his buddy, and they go barbecuing every Friday. And Fred Eubanks will give him $100.
Your Honor, all I have to say is, I want this divorce.
And I agree with everything.
I agree with everything. I want this divorce.
All right.
I don't care about money. I don't care about love. I don't care. Honest to God, I don't care about money.
Except for that $250,000 or $500,000 life insurance.
What if they bring that up?
See how you were just baited? I just baited you in the fucking pit.
Well, of course.
Okay, but?
So, what he says about that life insurance policy?
Because you opened the door, you kept running your mouth. He said, I don't care about money. All we boil this down to, honestly here, just speaking honestly, I believe after 60 or so days, 90 days, however long it is, it's going to gnaw at you, and you're going to fucking start airing dirty laundry about this. I just feel you're going to do it. Doesn't matter. If you do, great. If you don't, hey, I'm glad I'm on.
I'll probably just be so tired. I'll just be tired of it. Okay? Honestly, that's what I think.
So, now we're down to the Christine. What was her fucking name?
Suzanne.
All right, I couldn't remember her name. Now we're down to
What about her?
because this is a Suzanne gamble, okay? Because you complained earlier that I threatened you about Suzanne and leaving and whatever. Because the way I remember that is I told you if I leave you, me and you are over, and if you get stuck out there and fucked in the ass, I don't care.
Well, it was a manipulation tactic to mess up my head. You put
however
fear.
you perceive it,
Hey, that's fine.
however you perceive it, I don't care. What I did was throw down the gauntlet and say exactly what the fuck I said to you. Okay? So, now we're to the exact same point in this relationship, because the divorce is filed.
Okay.
We've been through all of this. We've defined that you perceive things differently than me. You saw something in that letter that wasn't actually there.
Yeah.
We don't agree with sex.
In my state of mind of reading it.
We don't agree with sex. And you've decided, and it is my firm belief that what you did is decided this relationship is over. You look for a doctor who would agree with you, just like you look for friends who will.
It was assigned.
Just like, and you can walk in there and say, I don't want to see you no more. Next. I know it's possible to do it because it's done all the time. So you have
told me there was only one.
Okay, you're full of
this area.
shit. Okay,
well,
whatever.
then they're full of shit. I'm trying to tell you what
all right,
they
I'm
said.
trying to tell you this much.
I'm trying to tell you what they said.
Okay, I'm trying to tell you this much.
More?
I'm trying to tell you this much, and I know this from you and your friends.
Okay.
Every friend that you've burned, every single one of them is because they started in your perspective,
just
like your perspective, just like if you keep fucking running, it's going to take longer.
Go ahead.
Just like you misperceived what's in that letter, you misperceived your friends trying to tell you you're doing the wrong thing and won't listen to them. So you block them, you burn them, or whatever. You do the same thing with your doctors. Okay? You decided over a year ago you were going to end this relationship. Okay? You found a doctor that would help you do it to justify it's called goal-oriented research or cognitive bias. So you did that. We went down this road. You openly admitted, even in the text messages, that you stopped trying. That's when our relationship went to shit, and now we have a divorce. Generally speaking, do you understand everything I just said to you?
Yeah, I understand everything, but I'm afraid I can't agree, so we're just going to be at a standstill on that because I'm not going to say anything and he can be done. She was, on my cats, when I talked to Humana and I said, do you have any more? There were 2 more. I tried to call this one. They never called me back. I left my number. I called this one. They do not take new patients. Well, fuck. I called this one. And lo and behold...
This has got nothing to do with the doctor. We've moved on from that. But anyway.
You just said I found someone to... Did you not mean doctor?
No. Well,
you didn't clarify. We were talking about doctor.
And then I changed and said, and now you found someone, this family or whatever.
Oh, well, you didn't say that.
Yes,
you didn't say family. You said, now you found someone. Check back the camera.
Okay.
You said, now you have found
someone.
Okay,
I'm glad we could clear that up. Now you found somebody who believes in these stories and whatever. Okay? And my experience has been, with everybody you've ever known, except for very few exceptions, and gun purchase, okay, from whatever Appleton, whatever the fuck his name is, because Mr. Roden has particular mental issues that prohibits him from owning and possessing a gun, but he has one because of his ex-wife's boyfriend, something.
Well, it's not in that house.
Yes, it is.
I cleaned that house.
Okay.
And he's got a good den.
Well, he's got it hidden good, but he even told me about it, talked about it, he even told me what it is. Either way around, the first time he wants to fuck with me, since I'm evil, mean, and nasty, I'll just happen to report him for having an illegal gun by a mental patient. Okay. So right now the gauntlet is that when we sign our tax documents, then we have no reason to talk to each other again ever. Okay. On that day, all right, we're done. Forever and all time. Also clear about that.
You're very understandable on that one. Very understandable.
No, if you would let me finish, you're going to have to buy USB drives, 1 terabyte drives, at about $80 a piece, and I'll double check how much it's going to take. It's only going to take about 3 of them.
How much are they?
$80 a piece for 1 terabyte. Last time I checked.
Well, never mind.
Hang on. Alexa, how much is a 1 terabyte USB drive?
The top result is 1 terabyte USB flash drive for laptop/computer gold. $19.99.
Oh, $20?
No, that's one of those fake ones.
Oh.
You get on the Amazon, you will get these fuckers. It will actually be it'll be a 212 megabyte drive, but they will flash the hard drive in it to say it's the wrong size. And then when you try to do anything with it, it crashes in the board. Just hang on. Last time I checked with these fucking things, they were like $80 a piece.
Well, I guess it's not necessary. I mean, the reason, what I meant was, I told you, okay, you started talking about this. I know this isn't the paper, but your paper that you wanted me to sign. You wanted me to sign a paper stating that I will not post about the divorce or whatever the fuck you said. What?
I didn't want you to sign a paper. We agreed verbally, sitting in there while we were. If you will let me finish. While we were sitting there talking about the divorce decree that I read to you verbatim, We talked about
Derogatory.
nobody airs derogatory, dirty laundry, whatever, on any of the social media sites.
Like calling you this or saying that you did this. But
By
I
even
did
saying-
it by my perception.
By
I
even
just said,
saying I'm unhappy and everybody knows it.
I didn't say everybody knows it. I said everybody.
Everybody knows.
Well, that we've been living separately, and
Right.
I just want to be
The-
happy.
the-
I just want to be happy. I didn't say because you're this or you're that. I didn't even mention you. I didn't mention you.
But see, here's your perception again. Okay, everybody knows I've been living separate from my husband, but remember, I didn't mention him.
Not in a derogatory way like you did this or did that, just that
Everyone
we've
knows
been
I'm
living-
unhappy.
All right, that's how you perceive it.
That's right.
Okay, now,
That's
but-
exactly right.
Anyway,
All right, so I just looked them up for. Now this is an actual Samsung, so it's a real drive. It's $79.99 of 1 terabyte. We
okay.
need 3 of those.
Well, then don't worry about it. Fuck it.
Here's
I mean,
a
it's really
SanDisk.
not. It doesn't matter anyway. It's not going to be
Here's a
needed.
SanDisk. It's $74.99.
Same fucking shit. Because I may have somebody on your friends list that.
Good. I'll be happy. Matter of fact, create all the accounts you want. And here's the difference between us, okay? You can come right in there and sit down at my computer any day and log right into that fucking thing and look at it, okay? You, however, constantly hide them and move them around and change passwords and whatever.
Because I can't remember the goddamn password.
Okay, that's not our perception. That's not what it looks like.
Well, I can't help that. I can't help how you
Okay.
perceive it.
Okay.
It's
Well,
like you can't help how I perceive
all right.
it.
When you have multiple accounts, one's named Tara McFadden Wass, one name's Tara Wass, the other one's named Tara Lee, the other's named. I don't know. I ran out of fucking names. I don't.
I had fake accounts for my cat game
know.
that was 40 years ago.
I know you got lots of fake accounts.
I don't
We
even
know that.
have passwords for those anymore. They're
Okay.
just sitting there doing
Okay.
nothing.
Okay.
I have Tara McFadden and Tara Lee. The Tara Lee was supposed to be, because I was going to have my own business, but that didn't really transpire exactly how I thought it. That one was business, just like you have a business account or whatever.
I tried to, but they banned it. But that's another story altogether.
Well, anyway, point is, I'll probably be so sick and tired of even thinking about it, I won't want to think about it anymore. Anybody asks, well, what happened? Irreconcilable differences. Can't you see? Here, let me take a picture of the thing. Look, irreconcilable differences. Irreconcilable differences. Because it doesn't fucking matter.
It matters in part. And I keep repeating this, and you need to understand it. The moment you leave here,
Alright, we're not talking about that. We're talking about posting on Facebook. Alright. What the fuck?
I don't know where that came from.
That cat on the other side. Am I going through here or through here? Or
I
I'm
don't
going
know.
through here. Alright, well there's paper, big talk. This, you know what?
Lots of fun.
So basically what you're telling me, paper it said I couldn't air dirty laundry. You said after 90 days, didn't you? Didn't you say after 90 days?
You shouldn't
even
do it at
said,
all.
well, I'm just saying, you said, well, after 90 days, do what the fuck you want. That's what you said.
That's because of the court.
Okay?
Because once
So
the
what
court,
you're saying is, if I mention anything about it, you're gonna fucking post that. So that's like blackmail again.
yeah, it is. Because we had this agreement, and here's Tara violating the agreement
No.
again. Oh,
No, you said I'm not violating the agreement. You said after 60. Well, at the time it was 60 because you didn't know it was 90. After
That
60
changes.
days, do whatever you want. Until then, bleh. Okay? So I'm not violating shit.
okay.
Okay? And after 3 months' time, like I said, I'm probably not even going to give a shit. Help is what I need.
And
Tara,
so-
all by myself with my cats.
So after 38 years of being with you, I know how you really are, no matter what you actually verbally state. I know how you actually act, and no matter what you actually state.
Did you really know me back then? Did
I
you
know
really,
you now.
did you
You
really know
haven't
me back then?
changed. I have not seen right now. The person standing in front of me now, I see is no different than the person from back then. I haven't seen any difference.
Okay, well, maybe 3 months will be the magic fucking good.
Because you've grown good.
Well, if I can get out of this environment, I'll probably grow
That must
even
be
more.
it.
Okay? So by the time I get out of this environment, I'll be like, I can finally grow. And then I'll be like, fuck Facebook. Damn. Because fuck Facebook. I've grown.
Because everything I've known you to this point means you will be a vindictive bitch, just like it says in that letter. And you will do nasty shit. And I will use that video to say, oh, look, you know,
Only
I
if
really...
you fucking actually have proof. You better have
Whatever
with
you
scrambled brains.
This is Tara playing you,
Plain.
just like she's always done. Whatever.
Okay.
And,
Well,
and,
I'm gonna
and
tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what. You post that fucking shit, and I haven't done anything.
And see, here that comes. Yeah.
Then you're a bad, bad person.
Yeah,
If you post that, and I haven't done
whatever.
anything.
When you walk out of here, the only thing I want to feel is sad for what's coming for you.
Good. You don't feel anything.
No, whatever.
You don't got any empathy.
Whatever. I'm not going to get into that.
But you better not be posting shit when I haven't done anything wrong.
Well, that's done anything wrong becomes a matter of perception again. And as we've seen from you misperceiving what's in that printed letter.
Then you
alone,
better have a screenshot with my
well
fucking
that letter, okay, stands as verbally abusive.
No one's ever told me that. You know
Actually,
what they
they
told
have.
me? You know what? Katrina always wanted to argue with me about every little thing, and I'm always fucking wrong. Just like the Strickland Junior High. Okay, I'll tell you. She swears that I didn't go to Strickland fucking Junior High. That I just wasn't there. Okay? When I was there.
I don't care
That's
about Strickland
argument.
Junior High.
Okay? That's why she
I don't
kept
care about-
arguing. I'm trying to tell you.
No, you're trying to misdirect.
No, you just said.
I just said.
You just said all my friends. I dropped my
just
friends
said-
because they don't agree with me.
No, that's not what I
happened.
said.
Okay?
And I'll play it back
Okay,
for you.
what you say?
Okay. I said, all your friends say, man, you're fucking your husband over, you shouldn't do that. And you went off on Katrina and Strickland Junior High, which nothing to do.
Who told me that? Who told me
I'm
that?
not going to tell you who it is. They told you specifically you shouldn't do that to your husband. And you turned and got mad at him and said nasty things to him and blocked him.
How long ago was this?
About 2 years, year and a half.
You know that I don't live there anymore.
Okay.
Did you know I don't
Did
live there
you
anymore?
did
I don't
you
live there
know
anymore.
that this is a practice pattern that you carry out? That when someone doesn't, just like your doctor, when your doctor doesn't agree with your goal, it's called goal-oriented research or cognitive bias. Okay, it's a mental disorder.
Okay.
Okay, so when you go down that path, right? I mean, you've been doing it forever. Just like you read this letter. Just like you set upon the path of, I want to be free and my own person and blah, 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 and I'm going to destroy my marriage to do it. It's the same fucking thing. And I really don't believe that you even understand that. I really don't.
I got a